go. I got about another 20 minutes, guys, and then I'm going to be taking off. Is there any more questions? I'd love to get one more question to do a kind of clip video on. Gino Shannis again. I'm going to draw the winner on that one in a minute. I'm about to roll the winner for the Oceanus, guys. Drop your comments. Make sure you like. If you haven't subscribed, do me a favor and subscribe. We usually go live once a week. We do a lot of content that hopefully helps you guys understand the game and where it's heading. JM Arcia, I want to say. Another channel member. I love it. JM, let me drop the in-game name and I'll send you. There it is. And I'm going to send that. You got an Oceanus, my dude. Congratulations. And thank you very much for supporting the channel. I mean that. Let me see. Wow, I'm glad I woke up early. Me too, dude. Thank you for coming to hang out. Okay. Oceanus. $11. I swear, this card's going to be $200 one day. And I say that because of the value around other legendary water cards that have similar utility. You just come over here and you can do this sort of analysis for yourself, guys. When you're looking at cards like the Pelacor Bandit at 6 cents, ask yourself what other sneak monsters are there out there that are comparable in utility and function at a similar mana that are a different price. And I think you're going to find cards out there that are going to give you some inkling of what the price could go for. And for me, the Saber Shark, which is selling for $4.50, yes, there are much fewer copies of the Saber Shark. That's true. So you maybe it's not apples to orange, maybe it's apples to oranges, but they're still the same family. They're both botter, they're both sneak attack, they're both high melee damage for low mana cost. I'm going to say that a card like this Pelacor Bandit could easily be $1. It just might be 2 or 3 years from now when the supply starts to dry up. And so think long term with this stuff. And that's how I feel about Oceanus. When you come over here and you look at like the Phantom Abyss, which is selling for $100, how is this card worse? This card is, they're both great cards, but Oceanus is like almost objectively better with the Void, the Phase, the Force Field. This thing is like a tank. It's a carry card. Abyss is amazing. It's got the dodge and flying, and demoralize and headwinds. It's an amazing card, but it has 10 mana cost as opposed to the 8. I would say that they're very comparable. So to me, a 10x on this thing is easy. But let's go. I haven't done the... That was the Oceanus. And I sent JM his Oceanus, right? Yeah. Let's give it the Bandit is sick. Mario says the Bandit is sick. I use them all the time, thinking about buying lots of those to sit on them. I've been doing that. I've been collecting Crystal Smiths too, Eduardo. I just like certain cards I'm just constantly collecting. And like if we come over here for a second, you can see there are certain cards that I've got a couple, like 100 copies, 100 copies, 100, 300 copies, 160 copies. I'm just gonna sit on them. Like I don't have any reason to merge them together. I'll just, I'm gonna have a max copy Deep Lurker and I will have 100 extra copies. And the same for all of the cards I really, really value, including Oceanus. I'm only giving them away because I appreciate you guys. Okay. I gave away GMs. I gave him his Oceanus, right? Let's go. Wasn't Oceanus at $50 a couple months ago? Ray, it was. Or Mike Ray says, wasn't Oceanus at $50? In fact, I think it was $60. But that was when there was no Chaos Legion packs. And so to my point earlier, absolutely. Thanks, Zemtrin. Zemtrin confirmed I sent it. To my point earlier, these packs, these cards go up in value when there is no other cards to buy. And when there is no packs left, that's when these cards will spike. Right now there's like, 13, 14 million packs. Look, 1.4 million packs have been distributed. That means there's about 13.5 million left. When those packs sell out, that's when we will see another price boom. But I think that will be surprisingly soon. I think people think it's going to be 2 years away before these packs sell. I disagree. I strongly disagree. I'm personally going to buy, 20 packs a month every month until they go out until they're sold out. In addition to the 5,500 packs I already bought. So that's what I feel about that. Okay, I got about 15 minutes left. Let's do 3 more giveaways. But first, I'm going to try and find one more question. Ethan says, anyone picking up on gold foil? Sometimes they are cheaper than regular foil. This is a good thing to talk about, Ethan. So when you guys go shopping in here, this is one of the things I think about whenever I go on a bargain hunt. And for me, bargain hunt means really going onto the marketplace and looking for a card that is going to help me, that's also simultaneously going to be a good investment, and third, that's a reasonable price. Not understand, and you got to first, before we even talk about those 3 things, distinguish the difference between price and value. Value is what it offers you, price is what you pay. So I'm looking for cards that help me, I'm looking for good investment cards, and I'm lastly looking for cards that have a good price. And sometimes that's all 3 of those factors are rolled up into one card. And that's what I feel is going on right here. And when you look at some of the ways that I'll look for things like that is I'll organize using the filters. I will look, okay, let's go shopping for a legendary card. We click on legendary. Now we're just looking at legendaries. Of all the legendaries in this game, certain legendaries are the cheapest. So then you can start there and you can say, oh, look, these are obviously inexpensive, but maybe they're garbage. So the next question is, they have a good price, but are they good investments? Or are they going to add utility to my deck? Do you need a tank for the black team? That's going to answer the question of if they're going to add utility to your deck. If you need a tank for the black team, Harklaw is an excellent choice. If you need a support monster with magic from the back end for your green team, then Jin Milka is an excellent choice. It's got a great price. It's got good utility for certain situations. Like, again, if you're working on your green team or if you're working on your black team. And then lastly, is it a good investment? That is a bit trickier. That's the hardest one to kind of answer, but you can do it by doing things like I mentioned earlier, looking at other comparable monsters that might speak into the utility and value and use case and monetary appreciation available to you. So, you know, if we look at Harklaw as a legendary tank, I don't know. I mean, there's not a lot of legendary tanks that are going to be comparable. It's very, very different than something like a Dark Huan. It can be hard. This is the trickiest part. Finding comparables is hard. But if you start to if you go through the market slowly and look at, you might say it's something like the Lord of Darkness. It's very different, but it's maybe something like it. And you want to try to draw some comparisons and see where those other monsters are price-wise, and try to ask yourself, could it be that my monster, Harklaw, goes up like this? And you do have to compare all facets, like the attack type, the amount of attack, the number of hit points, the speed, the mana cost, which type of deck is it? Is it untamed? Is it dice? Is it beta? Is it alpha? Because that's going to affect the power, the collection power that it provides. And when you look at that holistic picture, you can begin to compare, and you start to make allowances. Like, there is very few copies of the Chain Golem, so when I compare that to Harklaw, it's not exactly fair. But you can say this is $240 and this is $8, so maybe you could add like at least a 0 there. And then you'd start to be calling them similarly priced, perhaps, right? That's the way you begin to think about it. And that's just a spitball off the top of my head. But you have to make those thoughts for yourself and see, do you think that's accurate? And I think if you do that, you're going to say, well, yeah, I mean, Harklaw is at least worth, $20 if those other ones are $200. It's, maybe it's not my favorite card, but it's got shield and immunity and demoralize. So this is what I do when I go bargain hunting. And to Ethan's point, one of the next steps is I'll look whether regular versus gold foil is a huge difference. So I'll go, if I was looking at Harklaw, I'll specifically isolate and be like, okay, it's $8 for a regular and it's $160 for a gold foil. That's 20 times difference, isn't it? 8. Yeah, it's 20 times difference. to me, in the old days, gold was worth about 50 times the value of regular. Generally speaking, in the old days, I don't know if that's still, if that math kind of holds true with the collection power distinction. It's 12,500 power for a gold. It's 1,500 for a regular. So it's about 8 times the collection power. But then it's not just collection power, because gold foil gives you daily DEC bonuses when you're winning. And gold foils can enter you into special tournaments that are gold foil focused, which can be really big paydays. So I think that's a pretty 20x is a pretty interesting price appreciation, a pretty interesting price. If I had $200 and I was interested in this card, and this card, Harklaw Gold Foil, is equivalent to level 2. So if you wanted to buy Harklaw regular foil, you'd need 3 copies of this to get the same level as this one gold foil. So it's actually closer to like $24 US to get a level 2, or $170 to get a level 2, which is actually the prices that multiplication is much smaller. I'm going to do a giveaway, but I want to carry on with that question. So what I'm hoping to do here is to unpack for you the process that I bring to the table when I'm doing my, what is that? That looks like it's right on the line, doesn't it? Let's see here. I'm going to give the man a Spirit Shaman. I think it's a tie, but tie goes to the, I'll give the Spirit Shaman, which is like a $10 card. And we're going to give it away to Icy, channel member, TNA. Yeah, Harklaw has immunity, he says. I'm going to do 2 more giveaways, and I'm going to have to get going after that. So Icy, I'm pretty sure your name's Icy Flow, right? But drop it for me so I make 100% sure. I know I could look it up in the guild, but I don't want to open that window. And we're giving away a Spirit Shaman. Spirit Shaman. Oh, that's a reward, isn't it? There he is. There he is. This is a good card. Now. Yeah, I thought so. There you go, dude. And Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to everybody. Guys, do me a favor, like and subscribe. I'm really trying to get to 6,000. I'm really hoping, and I've said it before, when we get to 100 channel members, I'm going to send out, I'm going to do another lottery, and I'll give away $100 worth of cards to one of the random members from bronze to champion. I just want to show that love. And I'm still waiting on a comment from a payer, because I've got $100 cards, $100 worth of cards for him too. Let's grab another one. I got about 7 minutes, guys, and then I'm gonna get out of here. If somebody has another question they want me to get into, okay. This time I'm gonna give the Wood Nymph, because I just did a Shaman. Wood Nymph is an amazing card. This is lame how it's like, just find your way into the middle. Do me a favor. Sigmund Crypto. Let's spend a couple minutes answering a question, and we'll do the last 2 giveaways. Let's see. Merry Christmas to you too, Mr. PV, Ryan PV. Typical gangster. Yeah, typical gangster asks, can we still join? You're already in there, my dude. See, typical gangster right there. You're in. All you have to do is comment. You did it. Where is my boy Garanika? Sigmund, drop your in-game name, dude. Yeah, Joshua Carroll says, so he's been ignoring gold foils up to now. Remember, it's not just, you always have to, you want to think about all the considerations. Gold foil has more collection power. Gold foil gives you extra DEC bonuses. Gold foil is exceedingly rare compared to regular foil. Gold foil puts you into gold foil tournaments. Gold foil sets you apart in the brawls from your guild, giving you more opportunities to win merits. So there's just so many amazing things about owning a gold deck. So if you can, you should, but it's much more expensive. And we were giving away, on this one, we were giving away Wood Nymph. This is a very, very helpful. This is one of the cards that, to me, which is important to own now, because you guys who are playing the Modern League are going to want to occasionally play in the Wild format, and this will be a card that will give you utility there, especially in combination with Obsidian, the new summoner that buffs her magic. And the tank heal is so helpful. And so to me, this is an amazing card. Sigmund, please enjoy. And also these older cards have a lot of collection power. So think about that too. Like I was just saying with the gold foil, you want to consider all of the use cases that a card will offer. With a Wood Nymph, it's a beta that's going to access more collection power. It's going to be exceedingly rare. It's going to offer abilities that you're not going to have access to with some of the more modern cards. It's going to let you have more probability of victory in the Wild format, which is going to give you another revenue stream. So there's just so many considerations that you want to take a step back and think about when you are choosing to buy something or to not. This is going to be the last prize, and I'll roll the name in a couple of minutes here. So we're giving away another Wood Nymph. Do I have another Wood Nymph? I do. Currently delegated. Okay, I'm delegating it, so I'm going to go ahead and... It's a $6 card. It's a $6 card, even though it says like $1.20 or whatever. Okay. The cards. Okay, so I'm gonna roll that in 2 minutes here. I'm gonna see if there's one last question that we can get to before we... Oh, I got a new member. There's another member. Paul Taylor joined, thanks to Bronze. So we got 3 new Bronzies today. Thank you guys. I really, really appreciate that. Stephen Andrews says, I found the Mushroom Seer to be very useful. Absolutely. I'm looking Venari Scout at 10 cents. Okay. I'm looking at the Venari Scout at 10 cents per BCX and $2 for a level 1 for one level 3 gold foil. Let's look at it. That's gonna be the last thing we do, and I'm gonna roll who gets the... Am I confused here? Did we... Yeah. So I gotta roll one more time to see who gets the Wood Nymph. But first, let's... The Knifer, right? Is that what you said? Paul Taylor asked me, why am I not using Monster Market or cardauctions.com? I just really prefer Peak Monsters. I know that I can get DEC back, but I prefer Peak Monsters. Okay, quickly, the Venari Scout. And then I gotta go after I give away this one. Venari. There he is. So the Venari Scout with the opportunity, and in the silver... You can play him at level 5 in silver. He's going to have 2 melee, 5 hit points, 3 speed. I like this card a lot. At silver and above. It's got dodge in gold. Dodge is very effective. It's super helpful to have dodge. You know, you'll put him in the back line and he's going to get away from some of those hits. And at the highest level where I'll be playing with him with 3 melee is very, very effective. To me, I strongly agree. This is an excellent card. And for 10 cents, anything under $1 to me... You know, maybe not $1. Okay, so when you need 400 copies, 10 cents is a great price. I do believe cards like this will one day be worth $1 each. That might sound crazy because $400? Yes, man. Yes, absolutely. Some of the older cards. It just takes time for Venari to become an older card. Okay, I gotta go, so I'm gonna give away that last card. We're giving away one more Wood Nymph. Thanks for the Christmas stream, says Sigmund. Thank you. Charlie B. Give me the in-game nade, my dude. And then I need to get going, guys. Guys, thank you very, very much for coming to spend some time with me here on Christmas Eve. I know some of you are all around the world. I know you got family. I know you got friends. I know you got dinners. It's really meaningful to me that, you know, I don't even know how many people showed up, but I can tell by the stream, like there's 58 concurrent viewers. We got 51 likes. It's awesome that you guys support this channel in this way. And I really feel encouraged by this community. And I hope that you see that I'm trying to create content that will help you. I'm trying to, you know, share my joy and knowledge about this thing with you guys in a way that will hopefully help you extract more reward for your time and attention. Because that's the magic formula is here. This game rewards people for time and attention. And I mean to teach people that. That's my goal. Biscayne. Okay, guys. Thanks for popping by. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks to Saucy J. Check out his channel. Oh, and if you're interested, we did create the. Did you send something else? No, that. Check out the event, guys. I made TNA raffle tournament 400 DC. We're giving away a Queen Mycelia, an Obsidian, 2 Gruns, a Jin Murat, 3 Narisa Tridons, $100 worth of cards for like a $2 entrance fee. And you can win any of these assets, no matter whether you're first or last in the tournament. The tournament is on December 27th. Guys, thanks for your time and attention. Have an amazing day.